Hello beautiful people, welcome to my kitchen once again, and again today we're making something very amazing, very beautiful, and you're gonna love it. Something you can basically have with your tea, maybe have with the water, maybe as a snack basically in general. Today we're making what we call Mandazi. If you've never heard of that term before, simply Mandazi simply means like say a donut, or maybe like say maybe when you go to the Timmy's you get like say Timbits. So basically they're in the same family I would say, but except I don't know what ingredients that they use, but I have specific ingredients that I use, and today we're going to make something beautiful. Okay, so just keep following me as I go on right now and you will love it. So as usual, you want your dry ingredients all together, and right now I already have my flour in here, and if you have any questions about the recipe, I'm gonna be putting it in the link below. So right now I have my sugar going in here because I already have my flour, and of course I'm going to put in a bit of cinnamon, and for cinnamon I know I'm doing it this way, but basically again I'm gonna put down the links for you in there. And also I'm going to put in just a little bit of ginger. I love ginger personally, so just gonna put in a little bit. So basically that's like say a quarter of a teaspoon, and basically that's what it is. And I'm gonna have 2 eggs that I'm going to add on it, as you can see. Okay, of course make sure you don't have shells in there. It will be great if you don't have it, if you don't have shells in there. Okay, alright, so as you can see right now I have this going. So you beat your eggs, and in here I'm going to add my milk. Okay, alright, so first of course as usual I said all dry ingredients are together right now. Everything's mixed up. You can put in the sieve if you want to, but I'm not going to do that right now. I know everything's fine anyways here. So and here we are. I'm just going to put in here basically a teaspoon of baking powder. Again, I have these. You can use them. Honestly, if you don't have it, you can just eyeball it. If you're not very certain, whatever, you can just eyeball it a bit. But I'm gonna do this anyway. So these are all combined right now, and now in we go with our wet ingredients. All right. So now that this is all done, I'm gonna clear up our, of course, station a bit. Okay, so now it's time to put our mix, which I've just done right now. Basically, I have the eggs and the flour in here together. I'm going to do that in here right now. All right. So let's combine that. So I just realized I forgot to actually add in my margarine or butter. It doesn't do what you're using. I'd say to melt it then so I can actually put it in. Okay? That's the best way to add it. Basically anything in a dough if you happen to have to forget it. Okay. Okay, so what you're looking for right now here is making sure that this is not getting stuck on your hands first of all, but also if right now it's getting harder to do it from the bowl. So what I'm going to do is actually remove this and just do everything. I'm just going to do it from the surface. Of course, you make sure your surface is nice and clean before you do that. So I'm just going to transfer everything onto my work surface. Alright, so basically right now as you can see, so now I'm working this dough, making sure that everything is combining together. And as usual, whenever you're making any type of the dough, it doesn't matter whether you're making this or you're making anything else, it's a good idea to always rest your dough to continue cooking. So what happens basically as you make any kind of a dough, as you work it, there's always a heat that is basically gets created inside as you keep folding it like this, and so which means you keep it on the side and you let it rise if it needs to rise or needs to cool down a bit. And basically also, because the whole point also, by the way, because what makes this rise is the baking powder you put in it, and also the eggs you put in it. They make this amazing thing going in there. But also the other good thing you need to know about this is the way you should be rolling your dough is that way. So basically, as you go in, you come in and you go out. You bring this in and then you push inside. See that? In, from outside in, outside in. So that's how you work your dough. I may be doing it really fast right now. Basically, that's how you do it. As you can see right now, I'm losing all the flour. It's actually disappearing right now. Some people usually, if you didn't put enough butter in here, you find yourself using more flour. But as you can see, it's not even sticking on here. I don't need a lot of flour because I have enough margarine or butter or oil, whatever you may be using depending on the recipe. Okay, so right now, next we're just going to rest the dough right now for a moment. And also in the meantime, I'm getting my oil on. So the oil is on right now. I'm just gonna turn this on because I know this is gonna start, it's gonna cool down. Give it about 30 minutes, because right now I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Give it about between 15 and 30 minutes, your dough, so that your dough can actually cool down. Alright, so now just raising the dough, okay? And then we'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, so now we've left our dough to basically relax for a bit. It has had that nice massage and it's basically good to go. So as you can see right now, it's looking good. Alrighty, so right now, so basically it's time to basically just roll this baby out. Honestly, all you have to, I mean, if you don't want to do the whole thing at once, you cut it in half and then you do half by half, but you don't have to. So while the oil is on right now and going, I'm just gonna start doing this. Alright, this is the fun stuff right here. So now the whole point here is to get it to a certain thickness, so that because you're going to start cutting it basically in smaller pieces. Remember, it's going to basically double or triple in size depending on the ingredients you basically put in. Okay, as always, I mean, it's not a punishment. Try to have fun while you are cooking your food. Okay, and I think this thickness right here is just fine for me. I'm gonna leave it just right there. So no, I know someone may say, well, this is shapeless. It doesn't have to be any sort of a shape, but necessarily. So, but I'm gonna start cutting it right now. Right now, as you can see, I'm just basically cutting this right here. Okay, I'm gonna make them that wide where my finger basically folds from right there. Okay, so there we go. Same thing on the other side. So always when you're putting something in the deep fryer, remember to put that away from you. Okay? It's very important that you're doing that, because that way, if you make a mistake, everything goes the other side, not to you, towards you, I mean. Okay, so I'm just gonna move a bit faster here. Just try to get those babies in there right now, so we can make some lovely golden food. So as you can see right now, it's basically doing its job. and you're going to see the nice golden brown. Look at that. So as they rise on top, that simply means they're basically pretty much almost done here, because the other side is going to be more brown right now, because I'm going to turn them over right now, and actually I'll show you. Let me use one of the... So you give it time, and if you do that, as you can see, this is darker than that right now, but I'm going to give it more time to actually cook more on the other side, and then I'm going to turn it over, okay? Because again, the edges, as you can see around the edge, to show that it's actually browning. Now I'm going to turn everything around, as you can see, okay? You don't have to be this careful. I'm just doing this to actually show you what it would look like. And look at that. So basically everything's turned over, and once the other side is as golden brown as this side is, basically it is good to go. Alright, so you can really dress it up any way you want. As I said, you can make a bunch of these. I remember when we used to go to school back home, they used to make stuff like this, and this is what you had as a snack or for lunch or stuff like that at school. So this takes me back to childhood for me myself here. So basically that's it. As you can see, basically that's it. They're all done. I mean, at this point right now, I'm gonna turn on my kettle so I can actually have a nice cup of tea with that. Alright, so as I promised, I'm making now a cup of tea. Basically, as I said, this takes me back home, like it takes me way back home there. I remember when we used to make these, basically my grandma used to make these, and these were so amazing. So and I remember in the mornings we never had sugar sometimes, but if you had a cup of tea and a little bit of sugar in this, honestly speaking, it's like having sugar in your tea, right? Again, thank you for coming to my kitchen. As usual, I make different dishes all together, and always remember, leave me a comment or two down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share. And as usual, again, if you want to come over to my house and have a little snack, you're welcome. In the meantime, I'm gonna have me. Oh my God. I died and went to heaven. I'll see you next time.